Recently, a friend of mine who's a journalist approached me and said, Doctor, there is so much about COVID. Can you write an article about COVID? And I said to her, actually, I can easily write an article on COVID, but I want you to answer a question. Coronavirus or hepatitis virus? Which should we fear more? She could not answer me. But I have a series of debates on this. Let me ask you, did you know that I feel that we are between the devil and the deep blue sea? I'm not sure which is more dangerous. I guess time will tell. Let's compare the two. Over the last 30 years, viral hepatitis has caused about 1.4 million deaths in the world every year. So if you extrapolate it to 30 years, I think over the last 3 decades, it's killed over 42 million people. And there are over 400 million people with chronic hepatitis, viral hepatitis in the world today. Compare that to coronavirus. Everybody knows it started in Wuhan just 1.5 years ago. And in these 1.5 years, it has claimed more than 4 million lives, just 1.5 years. But compared to 42, it's still only 4 million. It has infected 200 million. That is amazingly fast, and almost every country in the world has been affected. But still, 200 million is less than 400 million. So, I'm not sure what you should fear most. Obviously, fear both, but hepatitis or viral hepatitis is not to be laughed at either. And what I find most interesting about this is that this is all due to viruses. Did you know that viruses, by many scientists and biologists, are not even considered living? That might shock you, but viruses do not do things that living things do. They do not grow. They do not even move. In fact, for them to move, they need to be in our breath or in our hands. They don't reproduce. At least they don't reproduce by themselves. So, for example, how do viruses spread? They do what is known as replicate. They get themselves into host cells, very cleverly integrate themselves into the DNA or the RNA of the host cell, then induce this host cell to multiply, fill that cell with viral cell particles, which kills these cells, which is what is causing the damage, and then they go on to burst the cell, and that's how they spread. They don't even breathe. So it is quite amazing to me that something that might not even be alive is capable of bringing the world to its knees. The other startling thing about viruses is how small they are. Did you know that a virus is 10 times smaller? Most viruses are 10 times smaller than bacteria even. In fact, it is not even visible on a microscope. Until the advent of the electron microscope, nobody had even seen a virus in real life. Now all of us know how the spike protein of the COVID virus looks like. So despite all of these things, viruses have made a huge impact on our lives. And I want to end this message by saying these are not things to be just feared. It is things to be treated. For example, viral hepatitis has got many complications. But the good news is most of these complications do have treatment. For example, liver cancer is one of the complications of chronic viral hepatitis. But liver cancers have very good outcomes with surgery, and it can be cured sometimes if we catch that at an early stage. Before the advent of viral complications, there are treatments that you can have for viruses with simple tablets. For example, If you know that you have hepatitis B, just one simple tablet a day can keep all complications of hepatitis B away. But the key to that is detection. I think that's the most important message that I have for today, which is to say that do get yourself tested, because in the early stages of viral hepatitis, you do not know that you have it. You may be standing in the lift next to somebody with hepatitis B and you don't know that he's got hepatitis B. The funny thing is, he might not know he's got hepatitis B. Therefore, the important thing is a simple blood test. Within a day, you can get your results for hepatitis B serology. Get it tested. If you are negative, get yourself vaccinated. If you are positive, do not get frightened. There is fantastic treatments available now, and with that, you can ensure that there are no complications from hepatitis. So, in conclusion, I think any of these viruses can be deadly. We have all seen deaths from both these viruses. So do fear both, but do not underestimate the damage caused by viral hepatitis, which I wish to highlight here and raise awareness about.